I'm the Tax Geek, and these are your taxes oversimplified. Today we answer the question, do you have to file a tax return? Well, it depends. It depends on your income, your age, your filing status, and whether or not you are the dependent of someone else. The general rule is that your standard deduction is your filing requirement. If your gross income exceeds your standard deduction, you are generally required to file a tax return. Your gross income is your entire taxable income before taking into account any adjustments or deductions. What income is taxable and what is not is a topic for another video, but the short answer is all income is taxable unless the government says it isn't. Your filing status and age are determined as of the last day of the year. Here are the 5 filing statuses. If you want to know all about these filing statuses, click the card above or the link in the description below. Here's the chart of filing requirements. I'll leave it up for a moment for you to look at. Please keep in mind these requirements are for 2020 and increase every year to account for inflation. Whoa, you mean a married person filing separately has to file a tax return even if their income was only $5? Seriously, since both spouses who file separately must itemize deductions if one spouse itemizes, there truly is no standard deduction for any married person filing separately. Thus, the $5 filing threshold. For those people who are dependents of other taxpayers, the rules change a bit. Assuming you are a dependent and are single and under 65, you are required to file if your income was over $1,100 or your total income is higher than your earned income plus $350 or $12,400, whichever is lower. Here's a quick example. Ben, 17, is a dependent who is not married. He earns $7,500 from a part-time job and has $800 in income from a trust fund. He is required to file a tax return because his filing requirement is $7,500 plus $350 or $7,850. Earned income is largely income from wages or self-employment. All other income is considered to be unearned. To learn more about earned versus unearned income, click on the card above or in the video description below. There are some other circumstances where you're required to file a tax return, even if your gross income doesn't meet your filing requirement. You have to file a tax return if you have over $400 in net self-employment income. In this case, you would owe self-employment tax even if you owed no income tax. You must also file a tax return if you purchased health insurance through a federal or state marketplace and you received an advance premium tax credit. The IRS needs to compare your actual premium tax credit to what you were advanced and adjust your tax liability accordingly. Failing to file a tax return in this situation may also jeopardize your ability to purchase insurance from the marketplace in the future. So that's who must file a tax return. What about people who don't need to file a tax return but should? Here are 2 situations where you would want to file a tax return even when you don't need to. First, if you had federal income tax withheld from your pay or you made estimated tax payments. You should also file a tax return if you are eligible to claim a refundable tax credit, such as the Earned Income Credit, Additional Child Tax Credit, or American Opportunity Credit. For 2020, this also applies to the Recovery Rebate Credit. So what would happen if you don't file a tax return? Contrary to popular myth, the IRS won't come busting down your door to drag you off to federal prison. But that doesn't mean you get off scot-free. Through document matching, the IRS can determine if you would owe money or get a refund, even if you don't file a tax return. If you would owe money and don't file, there are substantial monetary penalties for late filing or not filing at all. If you would be due a refund and don't file, the IRS assesses no penalties if you file late or don't file. In fact, if you don't file at all, the IRS gets to keep the refund once 3 years after the due date of the return has passed. As always, there are many more details to consider when determining whether you are required to file a tax return. There are links in the description for more information. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for future videos, please leave them in the comment space below. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more of your taxes oversimplified.